They struggled, they stuttered, they sputtered, they started, then they stopped again. But eventually they managed to go over a run a ball. That's what Australia has done after being put into bat by England. It doesn't seem like they were too interested today. Or maybe England just didn't allow them. 125, this mighty Australia side. 125 all out at the stroke of 20 overs. That's the second time it's happened today. I don't know how these guys are planning it. Both games. This logistical is just making my head explode. It's beautiful. It's poetry. I love good logistics. I'm Gaurav Kapur. This is Cricbuzz Live. It is not a logistic show. It's a cricket show. That's what I'm told. I've got Michael Vaughan and Dinesh Karthik here with me. Michael, you must be so happy. You must be so. This was a dominating, comprehensive bowling performance by England.
Yeah, just great clarity, great planning. I must admit, the halfway house, I didn't have the Australians getting this many. So credit to the Australians, particularly in the last 5 overs. They started to go for it. Agar with a couple of sixes, then Pat Cummins 2 in 2, Stark at the end. It was almost like it was the bowlers frustrated by the top order and the lack of intent at the top. The bowlers were almost steaming out there, so we'll show you how to hit some sixes. Which tells me the pitch is okay. If you can strike a ball like we saw Cummins and start do towards the end, the pitch is fine. England are very, very good. They've got great combinations. They've got a magnificent captain who is so precise in his field settings and understanding exactly what the bowler's going to try and do, so he gets his field in the right position. There was only really Tamal Mills who had an off evening. The rest of the bowling attack were absolutely outstanding, backed up by it's a very, very well-oiled fielding unit. They're just all kind of, they all know where they need to be. They all know where they are. You look around, you know Bairstow's down at long off. You know that Jason Roy's at long on. You know that Liam Livingston's out on the cow corner. You pretty much know where all England's fielders are before the game starts. And I always think that's a sign of a real high-class cricket team when it's kind of a well-oiled unit.
Yeah, just in case people are confused, the little baby-faced guy at long on is Johnny Bairstow. Doesn't have his beard. Yeah. Just thought maybe a child had come on the field. Looks like a baby without his beard. It's difficult to get used to. But DK, I want to get your word in on Pat Cummins. Geez, you've seen him bat. You've seen him bat close quarters. No fuss kind of approach today, right? It's, what is it, six or bust?
Oh, yes. He completely surprised us at how well he could bat. A lot of the times when KKR were in trouble, he, pulled us out of the screws, played some lovely shots. Even today, the 2 shots that he played, proper cricketing depth batting. So I enjoyed it, and I think over a period of time he's consistently hit sixes. It's not a flash in the pan sort of situation. Every time he goes into bat, you can trust him to hit a couple of big blows. This time again for Australia delivered. It was good. It was interesting that none of the batters, top order batters, were able to hit a 6. Agar, Stark and Cummins managed 5 among them, which was nice.
Yeah, just towards the end, these some really big hits, and of course a lot of catches on the boundary as well, some good ones. Liam Livingston especially, a great catch. If you look at the bowlers, Michael, obviously as you said, well oiled, and when your 5 bowlers are giving you everything, it's great rhythm. Livingston's giving you the 4 overs as well. But Moeen Ali must be looking at this and saying, everybody got a wicket, right? So Rashid and Livingston got 1 each. There's 3 for Jordan. Vokes, of course, was brilliant. We spoke about him in the comm box, as was sort of Mills got 2 wickets as well. Moeen Ali must be thinking, hey, it's cake day at school and I'm not allowed to come. I've been given a day off. That's not right.
Well, I've alluded to Owen Morgan's in the same breath as you talk about MS Dhoni in terms of the way that they captain. You're never quite sure what they're going to do, and that's exactly what Owen Morgan delivers. He knows his teams he's playing against. He knows his matchups, and if that matchup isn't on, he doesn't bowl that bowler. He doesn't think, Moeen Ali bowled great in the last game, I'll bowl him in this game. He thinks, right, what's the best matchup for this day against this team? He didn't feel that Moeen was the right bowler. You could argue that Moeen could have bowled a couple and maybe not as many for Tamal Mills, but that wasn't his strategy today. Just back on the likes of Pat Cummins and Mitchell Stark striking the ball into the stands. DK, it's the worst possible scenario in a dressing room. When the bowlers strike it into the stands and the batters have struggled, the bowlers look at the batters, go, what were you lot doing? It's the worst kind of vibe in the dressing room when the bowlers are whacking it and you, as a top order batter, can't get it off the square or can't time it and your mindset's not quite right and you get these muppets coming out there and just going woo straight in the stands. That's the worst dressing room scenario. So I can imagine the conversations Stark and Cummins are having to that top order saying,
and there isn't a good total for the bowlers to defend here, for the Australian bowlers, and they're going to trust me. None of the batters want to drop a catch today because that's game over. Then, right? That's game over for the batters. They can't even ride the same bus as the bowlers.
Yeah. Separate buses. Separate, yeah. Get on your own bus.
Walk your way home.
But perhaps you just never know, right? Dubai, I don't know where they're staying, but I'm sure they'll figure it out on those little expressways. Probably get a ride, but it's probably going to be an easy ride for England as well, right? The little freeway home, they'll take this 126 DK with that kind of batting lineup. They'll take this and they'll say, well, our net run rate is 4 almost. We can double it today. I know nobody goes into the game looking at net run rate, but they're going to look at this and say, listen, we've been dominating in the first half. Maybe just got away with us with those, 4, 5, 6s towards the end. But let's just get back into this and let's dominate and finish this properly, right? It's like you've got the foot on the jugular. Let's just finish this off.
Absolutely. I think the beauty about England and their white ball cricket over a period of time is the fact that irrespective of whether they're chasing 55 or 125 or 225, they start the same way. They'll come out there, all guns blazing, they'll play their shots, and then if there are a couple of wickets, then they start to play clever. Sometimes they don't even do that. They keep pressing the accelerator throughout their batting order, and that's the beauty about this England batting lineup, and we can expect nothing different from them. Butler and Roy will come all guns blazing. And if there's a couple of wickets, the only guy who will play a bit of a steady start is David Malan. The rest of them will just keep looking to hit as many boundaries as they can. And that's been the hallmark of England and their white ball cricket.
The Chris's have had a very good day today for England. Both Wokes and Jordan were absolutely fantastic with the ball. And now it's going to be Joss and Jace who are going to be opening right up front. They're going to go hammer and tongs, aren't they, at Australia, Michael?
Yeah, it's just a blueprint for England. In Formula One, all Formula One cars start with an electric system to get them out of the blocks. England have an electric system that takes them out of the blocks. I think they've got a bigger electric system because they'll just keep going. It's just in their DNA. It's what they've been doing for years. As DK says, they won't think, we're 125, we'll just knock it around a bit. They have this method, this system that, they feel that if the ball's in their zone, the captain, the coach, the management gives them the freedom to hit the ball. That's what they have to do to get in this England side. As DK mentioned, there's only one player, and probably two actually, Joe Root and David Malan. Malan is in the T20 team at the minute. Joe Root, when he was in, he was like the knocker and the kind of glue. 50 over cricket, that happens with Joe Root, but in T20 cricket, more so than ever, they just say go. Just try and strike the ball into the stands.
Of course, the team that wins today goes to 6 points. Looking like England, of course, with this kind of total, you'd back, and unless something really disastrous has to happen, for England to lose the game from here. But you never know, because Australia has the bowlers, right? When you look at it, that's one of the most lethal bowling attacks in the world, right? If you have a look at their 11 real quick, of course, you have Stark, you have Cummins, you've got proper pace happening over there. They've added to their bowlers today. They've got Ashton Agar and Adam Zampa bowled so well in the last game. But look at that pace attack, DK. I mean, this is proper. I mean, you get proper fast bowling here from Cummins, Stark, and Hazelwood.
100%. I think all three bowlers have been top notch in the last couple of games that they've played. Especially Josh Hazelwood. He's looked really good. The confidence coming on from CSK. He's just gone from strength to strength. Stark has come out, looked good. Pat Cummins is the only one who's looked a little rusty with his bowling. But, he's somebody who's a seasoned campaigner. Now that he's played 2 games, I think we'll see the better version of him today. And then we have obviously a couple of good spinners as well.
Yeah. So, but do you think really even a whiff? Do you think there's even a whiff for Australia with this almost run a ball kind of chase for a team like England?
I wish there's a whiff. Only I say that because the game would be nice and close and be good for us to watch and as entertaining as the previous one between Sri Lanka and South Africa. But I have to be honest, I'd put all my money and all my life savings on England for this game.
Oh, jeez.
all I say is, Chris Woakes got the odd ball to just nip and see him. And if Hazelwood finds that length in the first over or two and he knocks a couple early, he snicks off Butler, snicks off Jason Roy, You got to remember Owen Morgan, the captain, is in no kind of form. So to win, they're going to have to get 3 or 4 wickets in the power play. And the likes of Cummins, Stark, and Hazelwood are going to have to do the damage. And if they do that, you never know. But this England side know how to win. They know how to win cricket matches. White ball, they're a different specimen, the England team. It was a test match and they were chasing 180. I'd let go and kind of sneak between my fingers. But in white ball cricket, I'm not going to risk as much as DK. I'm not going to risk my whole life savings on it, but I'd go half. I'd go half of it. I'd go half. I'd want to keep half.
Holidays to Barbados, Michael.
Yeah, he does. But if you put all of it in, you're probably buy Barbados, probably buy a yacht, probably buy a plane. Go there. But of course, Dinesh Karthik is doing the whole Casino Royale, James Bond kind of all-in. We're talking Monopoly money, guys.
Yeah, I like it. All in.
We're talking about Monopoly money, everybody. This is just fun and games, right? So, don't come atting at us, all right? Relax, calm down. Put your Twitters down. Put your Twitters down. All right, before we go, a power play prediction real quick before we sign off, because we all got it woefully wrong in the first goal, because we were all...
I'm going 54.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you talking of big game. 46 for 1. The all-in guy has gone lower. The half-in guy has gone higher. I have no idea what's going on here. I really have no idea what's going on here. So I'm going to go 50 then. I'll take 50. I'll take an even 50. So there you go. Those are ours. Whatever you have to say to us, say it on hashtag Cricbuzz Live on Twitter. You can pick your Twitters up again. Now it's safe because we're out of here. We're going to see you. Nah. I'm calling it now, gentlemen. There's going to be no Cricbuzz combos. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The game's going to be over in 12.3. Yeah, 12.3 is going to be over. So we're just going to see everybody directly on Cricbuzz Live. That's my call. Big thank you to Dinesh Karthik and Michael Vaughan. I'm Gaurav Kapur. We'll see you in a bit.